We are talking tonight about knowing what to say when someone starts to question our products, or knowing what to say when someone starts to ask you the dreaded question, hey, how does Plexus compare to whatever? It doesn't even matter what it is, because that question terrifies people. And I don't know how many times I've gotten private messages from people and they say, oh my gosh, somebody's asking me how Plexus compares to, I have no idea. I mean, some of them I've never even heard of before. What do I say? What do I do? And so I want tonight to talk to you about some simple steps you can take to know what to say in every situation like that, to know what to do in those situations. So we're going to talk about a tool tonight that helps you to handle objections, and it helps you to handle those situations where you don't exactly know what it is the person's talking about. Because that's a weird feeling. It's a weird thing to be unsure of what the product is that the person's talking about. And you think, oh my gosh, I don't know what to say. I don't even know what the stuff is that they're doing. Or, I don't know what ingredients are in this or whatever. And so tonight we're going to talk about, okay, it doesn't matter what you know about another product, because we know enough about our company and our products that we can stand with assured feelings and with a lot of knowledge when we speak. So what we're talking about tonight helps us to avoid comparison. We never have to get into a situation where we speak negatively about another company, where we speak negatively about another product. Even if we think our product is 5,000 times better, and I could list all the reasons why ours is better, we don't have to do all that, because we don't want to do that. The last thing you want to do to someone is to make them think that you're putting down what they're asking about. Maybe they really love that product, or they think they love that product. And so you don't want to affect them negatively where they shut you down. Like they're not even listening to you because it's like you just badmouth their grandma. You know what I mean? There's no reason for that. And it avoids arguments, especially on social media. Oh my gosh, you start, mine's better than yours and all that kind of nonsense. And people will tear you up on social media. So, that's no fun. And it's a really easy, great system to duplicate with your downline. So it's really easy and simple to share with others and allow them to build the confidence to be able to have a good conversation without freaking out when someone asks them a question. And it's simple to learn right from the beginning, which I think is the best part of it. So I keep talking about how great it is. Let me show it to you. Some of you might have seen this before. Let me see. Can you all, no, I can't see most of you now, but can you see this image that I've got up here? Okay, great. I see a thumbs up. Thank you. Okay, so this is called the Plexus Shield of Confidence. And, if you think about a shield does what? It helps to guard us. It helps to protect us. It helps to give us strength. And it helps to just make us more confident. If you're going into a battle with a shield, you are going to feel more confident and know that you are more prepared than if you're going in there, arms out, just ready to go. So our shield gives us that confidence that we can rest on. So let's talk about the middle of the shield. Talks about your story plus two more. It's really important when you're talking to people that you share your story. Your story cannot be refuted. It is your truth. Your story is something that someone cannot say, well, that's not true. Well, of course it's true. It's your story. They can't say it's a lie. They can't say it's made up. They can't say it's fake or false. It's your truth. And so you need to be able to share your truth in 2 to 3 minutes. And so what I would say is cut out all the detail. You don't need the detail. You need, I felt like this. I started this. I feel like this. I was a Coca-Cola addict. I drank 20 a day. I started on the Plexus. Within 3 days, I didn't even like Coke anymore. Very simple. I had GI issues since I was 16. At 38, I finally tried Plexus. Within 6 weeks, all my GI issues I'd had for 20 years were gone. Like, very simple. People don't need all your life story. They need something very succinct. They talk about it sometimes as an elevator story. What would you say if you only had 30 seconds with somebody in an elevator? And so, it doesn't have to be quite as short as what I'm talking about, but something that you can say within 2 minutes, but you don't need your whole life story. And then you want to share about 2 other people. So if you've been doing this a while, maybe it's your best friend who's joined you. Maybe it's your mom who has an amazing testimony, your husband or your wife. In my house, I've got lots of stories. So I can tell a little bit about my story, tell about my husband's story, and tell about a couple of my kids. I can tell about, my friends. I can tell about other people on our team. And you can do the same. You're going to hear my story over and over and over. My story can become one of your 2 more. So it can be your story, my story, and your upline story. It doesn't have to be your own family. And it doesn't have to be your own customers yet, but that will come. But right now, today, you have a story. Whether you think it's some huge, amazing story or not, you have a story. Even if your story is, I've been miserable for 20 years and drinking coffee like crazy, and my best friend told me about this Plexus stuff, and I'm giving it a try and already seeing more energy, or already really excited about where I'm going in the future with this, already whatever. That's your story, and it will continue to grow, and it will become a bigger, stronger story over time. Plus, you have 2 more stories, because you have your upline story. He or she must have told you it, because otherwise, why'd you join? And then you have my story, and you'll hear lots of other stories. So we're starting with that. We're saying to someone, here's my story, and my mom's story is this, my husband's story is this, these products work. You don't have to say these products work. They're getting the point. Oh, these products must work. So your story needs to be organized, and you kind of need to start to write it out and memorize it, or at least have an idea, because the last thing you want to do, and believe me, this happened to me like 5,000 times, is go, and have no idea what you're going to say, because that's a really awkward moment when you have no idea what you're going to say or your story, and someone's asking you, why do you love Plexus so much? So you have to be able to say something, which is the greatest part about it only being like a minute or 2. We can all think of something to say and memorize something to say for a minute or 2. So we're memorizing those 2 other stories and memorizing our own. And then let's look up here at the top, the 60-day money-back guarantee. That is amazing. That's something you can stand by in this shield of confidence. Not only have these products worked for me and my friends, but gosh, there's a 60-day money-back guarantee on every product, every order for customers and ambassadors. And so that's not something normal that you're going to see. You're not going to find that in GNC, and people know that. You don't even have to say that. I'm telling you that. You're not going to find that in GNC. You're not going to find that in most companies. Most companies give you a 30-day guarantee if you're lucky. Some, even it's a 14-day guarantee. So 60 days is a huge thing. And it's a huge thing in a very large company. We're at almost $1 billion company. So the fact that and that's your bottom corner across, we're having a phenomenal growth in our company. Between 2014 and 16, I believe it was 16,000% growth over those 2 years. That's crazy. I mean, that's like skyrocketing growth. So not only are you talking about a 60-day money-back guarantee in a company with absolutely phenomenal growth. We're backed by Morgan Stanley. We've had 16,000% growth in the last 2 years. These are things that people are going to hear you say, and they're going to go, oh, wow, okay. These are things that are going to build up Plexus and why you love it, which is what you're doing. The shield is helping you to build a story and to explain to people why you love Plexus so much. So phenomenal growth, 60-day money-back guarantee. Scientific evidence behind our products. Do you know, I hope you know, if you didn't, you're about to know, that we have a doctor who is famous in the natural product line world, who is in charge of all of our research and development. So his job is to oversee and head the entire research and development and product line division of Plexus. So this is not some random person or random group of people who are just making products. These are doctors and people with scientific backgrounds who are actually creating our products. And we've taken the time and the money to do independent third-party clinical studies on our triplex, which is our Slim, ProBio, and BioCleanse. And they're going to continue to do that on more products. So you can say to someone, we have a research and development team, managed and led by doctors, and we have scientific independent third-party studies of our products. And so again, the scientific evidence is going to help you to build on that shield and be more confident. And then we have thousands of online testimonies from real people. Those testimonies are going to help you in a lot of different ways. Those testimonies are going to help you because you are literally able to go pull up a testimony on your phone and share it with someone. So when someone says to me, hey, I have Crohn's, I have IBS, I have whatever, can Plexus help me? Or when one of y'all comes to me with some random disease I've never even heard of and says, hey, do you know anything about this? Of course I don't, but Facebook does. And so I go out to Facebook and I search the top of my news feed, and I'm going to type, just like you type in someone's name to go to their page, I'm going to type, Crohn's plexus, plexus gastroparesis, which is the disease I have, plexus IBS, plexus migraines, whatever. And I'm going to find all these non-compliant testimonies that we're not allowed to share on social media anymore, but they're still out there because, it's out there forever. And so I can copy and paste, or I can print screen those and send them to people because they're real testimonies online from real people. So we have thousands of testimonies. Some are compliant and some are not, but they're all real stories from real people, which is amazing. And it's great that you literally can find a story about almost anything. Parkinson's, it's crazy. I don't think I've ever looked up a disease and not found something of someone saying that they had seen some sort of relief. And so that's, an easy thing to show someone, but it's also an easy thing to say. Did you know that our products have thousands of online testimonies? And I've even said to people, you can go to the top of your Facebook news feed and type in these words, and you can see testimonies. You don't even have to rely on me. You don't even have to believe me. Go look for yourself. So that's your shield. And I'm going to put this up on our team page later, but literally all I can see is the shield. And it's so weird when I do that. So that's awkward. So your shield has disappeared. So I will share the shield again with you in a little bit. But so how do you use this? Here's kind of an example of that. So someone says to you, hey, Melissa, I'm considering Plexus, or I'm considering company X. Tell me why I should choose you over the other, or tell me what's different between you and, this other company. If I know some things, then maybe I might say, say I know that company, their products use artificial sugars and artificial sweeteners, just as an example. Then I might say, one of the things I love the most about Plexus is we have all natural ingredients, because I know that other company doesn't. We don't have artificial sugars, because I know that other company does. But I'm not going to bash the other company. But because I know a little bit, I might kind of use that. Or I might just say straight to the shield of confidence, oh my gosh, Plexus has been amazing for me. A little bit about my story. Not only that, but my mom has seen great results with blah, blah, blah. And my husband, who would have thought he'd ever try it, but once he did, all this different stuff happened. We're scientifically backed with doctors who are doing our research and development. We have thousands of online testimonies that you can look at yourself. I can show you exactly how to find them. And then you go through the rest of the shield, which we have a 60-day money-back guarantee, and we're backed by Morgan Stanley and, whatever. So you go through the shield. If you kind of memorize a little bit about all those 5 different parts, your story, the money-back guarantee, the scientific backing of the company, the huge growth, the 16,000% growth in the Morgan Stanley, and lots of thousands of testimonies out on social media. If you can touch on those, then you're building someone's confidence in what your company has. And, I like to end with the 60-day money-back guarantee, because I say to somebody, listen, and there's a 60-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose in trying. We can never know everything there is to know about other companies. It would just be impossible. I heard it explained one time this way, that if you work in the FBI, which you may or may not know, I wanted to go in the FBI, so this is interesting to me. But if you work for the FBI and you work in counterfeit money, you can never know all there is to know about all the different kinds of counterfeit money out there. You could study and study and study forever, but as soon as you know all the different counterfeit monies there are, someone's going to come up with a new one. So they don't even try to research and study counterfeit money when you work in the counterfeit money department. Instead, they spend all their time knowing every detail of the real money. And that's essentially what we're doing. We know our product, we know our company, we know where we can find our testimonies, we have them ready on our phone. I mean, when you're talking about your own story, have your before and after, even if it's not compliant. Have it on your phone ready to show somebody. Have the picture of your kids' warts that are now gone ready to show someone. Be ready to flip your phone open and know which photo album you have them in and show them. Like, look, here I am. This is my before. This is my after. This is real. Here's my husband's blood work numbers before and after. This is real. Have 4 or 5 things in your phone ready to show somebody, because we know our company and our business, and we know what it is that we stand on. We don't have to know the other stuff because we stand on our own. Does that make sense? So kind of going back to that counterfeit money, those people know the real money so well that when they look at money, they know whether it's real or not. You can't reverse it and know every other company out there and know a little bit about every company to make sure you can always say what's different about your company from theirs. No, you just have to know your company. You have to know what you stand by, and you have to know how amazing it is. And then it doesn't matter what anybody else is saying or what anybody else is selling. And I've had people say to me, but what's the difference? And I would flat out say, if people keep questioning you, yeah, I know that, but what's the difference between this and this? I would just say, I don't even know. I don't know much about them. I don't need to. I know that Plexus works. I know that I love Plexus. I know there are thousands of testimonies of my family and friends and others who it works for, and I don't need anything else. I don't need to try anything else. I don't want to try anything else. This stuff's natural, it's plant-based, and it's been absolutely incredible for us. You don't have to get in a battle with somebody. You don't have to be able to explain, and you don't have to feel bad about it. That's, I think, the biggest thing is that people start to feel badly as if, oh gosh, I don't know enough. I can't share. Yes, you can. I won't be able to answer questions if they ask me about another company or if they ask me about all the ingredients. Did you notice? We did not talk about ingredients in these products. At one point I did say plant-based. That was it. So you don't hear me saying memorize 14 ingredients in each product and, be prepared to tell everyone. It's nothing like that. You share your story. You share in a couple other stories that you know well. That's the part you have to know well. Know 3 stories, whether it's yours and 2 others, or if you feel like you have no story yet, know a couple of other stories until you start to have a story. And then share those. We have a 60-day money-back guarantee. We, have the clinical studies. We are Morgan Stanley backed and a huge, nearly $1 billion company, and thousands of testimonies online. And that's it. And you stand on that. And that will give you great confidence. So I think that's all of that. Let me check my notes, make sure I didn't miss anything for y'all. There used to be a really great video about this that actually was on my team page, and I went to share it the other day, and it's been taken off the internet. It was very sad. So I'm sure it's out there somewhere, but I could not find it, and it was not on our team page anymore. It just went to a link that didn't go through, and I thought, oh, this is so great. This stuff's so good. That, almost 3 years later, I still use this all the time. That I wanted to make sure y'all got this. So that